What's up, boys? Today I'm going to be showing you some tips and tricks to get better at the Rust recoil. The first thing you're going to want to do is hit F1 on your keyboard and type graphics.vm_FOV scale. Make sure that is set to false. Which that does is just make your gun a little bit further away from your screen so you can see what's going on in front of you. The other thing you're going to want to do is type player.recoil comp, sorry, and make sure that is set to true. That is going to make your recoil better in the long run. First thing you're going to want to do when you're practicing to get better is make sure you have your pattern HUD. This server is called UKN. You can find it in your server browser. You make sure you have pattern HUD on so you can see your recoil and where your bullets are going. Let me show you real quick. You can see where my bullets are, where you're shooting, and where you gotta improve. Another thing you're gonna want to practice is your first 3 bullets. That's the most important part, since you can usually kill opponents with your first rounds. So that would look something like this. Your 3 to 5 bullets are the most important part. Make sure you remember that always. Big part of the game is movement. Whenever you're moving around, you can see that your recoil is way worse. So let me show you. I'm not going to control it at all. Whenever you're standing still, it looks like this. But whenever you're moving, it's way more. So to compensate for that, you're going to have to do it manually, of course. So just pull much harder when you're moving, and you're going to make sure your two-hand coordination is good. So to practice, this should look something like this. So whenever you're shooting and you're moving side to side, that is called strafing. Whenever you're strafing, you're going to want to start strafing left to the left side. This is because, as you can see, the recoil pattern starts going down to the left. Well, it always is going down to the left. And if you start moving right, you're basically counteracting what you're doing with your mouse. So it should look something like this. Another thing that you're going to want to worry about is not really your left to side control. It's more your up and down. You're going to want to keep your crosshair at head level. This is because even if your crosshair, like the center of your holo sight, is not in their head, and you're the middle of the recoil, you can still hit many lucky headshots. So instead of focusing too much on your left to right, try focusing more on your up and down. So let me explain it to you. I can start shooting right here. I still just hit a double headshot even though I'm aiming right here. That's what I mean. Just try and keep head level. You're up and down. Another trick while practicing that you want to do is practice with your 8x. Practicing with your 8x is going to make you so much better at the game. Just because what the 8x does, it makes you pull down so much harder with your mouse. Let me show you. It's going to look really, really bad, but eventually you'll get used to it, and when you go back into your holo sight, or your iron sights, it's going to be so much easier just because you're pulling so much less. What I like to do is just practice my targets by shooting my first 3 bullets and just switching targets instantly. So it should look something like this. You also want to practice with these ones at the top, since you in Rust deal with a lot of roof campers and people in windows where you can only see half their bodies. You can also do spray transferring. It should look something like this. Another thing that you want to make sure is that you're always using your holo and laser sight whenever you can. So what this does is, you can see, it gives you a 10% accuracy boost, and your laser sight gives you a 49%. In general, it's just practicing. The more time you spend on UKN servers practicing, the better recoil you're going to have. Now, you can also use software like Vlad that helps you get better instantly. It is safe to use, cheap, and entirely hidden from your computer. It has all of the features that you might need in a game. So for example, you have hip fire, you have randomization, so your recoil looks a little bit more legit. It is completely external for your game and has absolutely no risk. It has all of your guns, and it has keybinds for them, and keybinds for your sights as well. This is Vladen in action. It also works with movement. It has movement detection, so you don't have to worry about that either. You can be moving around and your recoil is still going to be decent. Even while crouching, moving forward, backwards, side to side. And it works for all of your guns. You can click the link below if you're interested in getting Vladen, or join our Discord if you have any questions. Thank you very much and have a nice day.